Welcome back, everybody, to Brawlin' with Brett. If you're watching this as this airs, it's Friday, and we've been playing Garruk Cursed Huntsman all week. I'm recording these videos the day right before the Theros comes out, so this is kind of our farewell to Garruk before we launch into the deck. Please check me out on MTG Study Hall. We have all sorts of other videos coming up on TCGU on the channel. Like us on social media, Patreon, you know the stuff. Check us out. It really helps us out. We appreciate it. So, oh, and one last thing, trying out some new stuff with Brawlin with Brett, splitting up the videos over the week, kind of going more in depth on a single deck. So please let us know what you like, what you think of the new format. Do you like this? Do you like the old weird 40-minute to hour-and-a-half long videos or whatever they were? Please let us know. So we're wrapping up with Garruk. We're gonna please, if you haven't, check out my Monday video. I go much more in depth of the deck, kind of show you each of the cards. We kind of talk about it, and then we proceed to lose to a mirror match where we get beaten by the cards I was telling you about. So that's a fun video. It's always fun to try the mirror out. So again, play a mid-range deck. We're just trying to get value and play powerful cards. We've got some ramp here. It's been kind of a rough week so far for old Garruk. I was hoping to put him out with a bang, so we're gonna hope these last games go well. So we're gonna jump in the Wednesday night brawl queue. That's how I will always try to play brawl if I can. I do not like how Wizards is monetizing my favorite format, but at the same time, I want to play brawl whenever I want. So I'm going to do a whole thing on the show at some point about Wizards' monetization of this game. But let's get into the games and not talk about boring stuff. Okay, Royal Scions. At the very least, we've gotten to play all sorts of different decks today, which I always appreciate. This is a pretty slow start, so we're going to take our free mulligan. This isn't much better, but I'd rather not go down to 6. So, and we got a lot of tap lands here, so let's just start getting our tap lands down. Not seeing a lot of Royal Scions in this format. I really like this card. I think it was completely and totally overshadowed by Oko. I love the Kenrith twins. I love their book. I love them from Battle Bond. I'm just a huge fan, so I was thrilled they got such a neat card, and I'm really hoping to see that we get to see more of the Kenrith twins soon. We're going to put our last tap land down here. We could have put Order of Midnight down, but I'd like to get some value off that card if we can. So now we're just gonna pass the turn and keep Assassin's Trophy up. If our opponent goes land, whenever you draw, okay. So this is a card that I don't want to ramp. We don't want to ramp our opponent, but we aren't letting them keep Improbable Alliance. It does a pretty passable Bitter Blossom impression in this deck, and for anyone who's played with Bitter Blossom, that's a good Magic the Gathering card, and I don't want to play against it. So we're going to wave bye-bye to that. The card is nuts with the Scions out. And so now okay, that was a good draw. So, looking at our options here, I think we just play Vraska. I'm trying to decide if I don't think we blow up Wishing Well here. We're just going to tick up. We're not going to blow up a land because that seems like a bad call. It puts us in a nice opportunity where if an opponent wants to play their commander, we get to just kill their commander. And I would ideally not. I'm hoping Vraska sits around long enough to do something, because it's going to be a bummer if they kill Vraska Priya. Oh, there we go. Something to kill with Vraska. Goody. Play land for the turn. We're going to just kill Krenko right here and right now, because this is a card that we are not going to let our opponent untap with. Just not doing it, guys. We are not. We're main phasing the Foulmare Knight so we can... I'm a dumb person. We didn't need to do that. I'm going to put the Crow Harpooner out. I was thinking, like, we'll go with the Foulmare Knight back with the Order of Midnight. Well, of course, we could normally do that on a normal creature, but the Foulmare Knight's out in Adventure, so I suppose we could have just played the Foulmare Knight out, but, either way. Drew out the removal spell on a creature I don't particularly care about. Fine with me. And if our opponent wants to put the Scions down, we will kill them with Vraska. I am more than happy to get 2 valuable permanents murdered with Vraska for Vraska. Like, if we can tick her up, great. I'm not going to complain. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, so let's be real. There's probably a counterspell up right now. I want to play Nissa. I want to play Nissa so bad. So desperately bad. But we're not going to do that. We're in, I think, a fine spot. So we're going to just take advantage of our grindy cards here. And now we get to play our adventure cards. And we could even kill the Foulmare Knight if we wanted to. But I want some bodies down right now. So we're not gonna put anything down yet. We're just gonna have Vraska sitting pretty at 5. I really like Vraska. It's nice to know that Wizards can make balanced Planeswalkers still. Like, this seems like a fine... Like, it's a 4-mana Planeswalker that doesn't always even do anything on the tick-up. But, we also think get cards like Oko. And, like, the Royal Scions, I think, also, in an Oko-less world, would have been, like, an insane card where you can go up to 6 and do all sorts of nutso stuff. Okay, so our opponent is really definitely keeping Counterspell kind of mana up right now, it seems. Although our cards are going down quick, that doesn't mean they don't have a Counterspell. It might mean they just have might mean they have a Counterspell that can work in certain situations. We're gonna attack into the Twins here. I am so weirded out by their voice lines. I don't know if the audio on the game is loud enough for you guys to hear that, but, like, I mean, I get they're from Arthurian England land, but they have, like, it seems like they have, like, almost bad Cockney accents. Maybe not. I'm not an accent expert, but I did not expect. Well, they sound kind of like Irish or Scottish too, which I guess also fits. And I am Irish and Scottish or some combination, I think. So I'm not anti that, but it's not what I pictured for their voices. Let's just leave it at that. I should just not dig this hole any deeper than I already am. Okay. They might have a negate. If they have a negate, fine. They'll negate our Casualties of War. I hope they don't, because I love this card, and we're going to 4-for-1 them if they don't. Guess it doesn't really matter. Show me the negate. Let's see it. Oh, things are happening. Okay. Yeah, I don't think they were coming back from that. Casualties of War is one of the reasons I built this deck, because that card is so nuts. Okay, see, I told you. Well, I didn't tell you, but I might as well have told you. Garruk can and does win games. We've just had a bad run of things. So, okay. This is it, I think, people. This is going to be our last Garruk, Cruel Huntsman, pre-Theros. It's not as dramatic as if, like, pre-rotation. I'm still going to have a Garruk deck, but it's going to be slightly different. So, let's see what he can do. Let's see if we can even out our Knight. Ooh, okay. Another Nicol Bolas deck, and like I said when we versed the last Nicol Bolas deck earlier this week, I think we can do this. I think we have a chance. If our opponent just slams 5 Planeswalkers and keeps us under control, we can't. But I have had good luck in the past against these kind of control decks. Take the mulligan here. This isn't a blisteringly fast opener, but we have decent cards. We have this. We are drawing an extra one, and we have the scry off of that. And I don't want to go to 6, so we're gonna give this a go. It is a really slow start. We need to get a basic land here. Okay. Actually, that's fine. We don't have really anything super impressive we're opening with, so we can get either one of these coming into play untapped. And I was planning on our opponent probably playing much more control-heavy deck, and maybe they're playing a creature version of this deck, which would be interesting. We're gonna get we have a lot of both things here. So let's get the forest here. We're not Lochthwaining anytime soon. Really don't love not really doing any... Oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, our opponent's not going to do anything for a while, and then they jam early threats, which I'm not particularly used to in these decks. A lot of time, they're much more reaction, kind of, oof. So we actually ended up getting the wrong tap land there, unfortunately. That is a bummer. Because I really, really like to Murderous Rider that Mu Yang Ling right now. but we don't get to. But sometimes life is hard, and we're going to do our best to persevere. So we're going to go get a swamp here. So we can do that next turn. Potentially. Hopefully they tick Moo up. Hopefully they're getting greedy, and they want to get that emblem. I wouldn't if I were them. Like, I think there is a deck where you almost always just tick her up, but when you're playing her in the Nicol Bolas deck, I think you make a 4/4 here. We can deal with a 4/4. It's not what I want to have happen with my life. But it's not... It's still manageable. Drone from Dreams is a really good card. If we're lucky, they had to get a land if they want to stick Nicol Bolas. It is not an easy mana cost to get. Okay, yep. There comes the 4/4 flyer, which is a bummer, but we'll see what we can do here. So, unfortunately, Nissa is probably not where we want to be. We're going to Fabled Passage first. Go get a forest because we have enough black symbols here. Massacre Girl isn't going to blow the board up yet. Rankle does not attack well into a 4/4. We can Finality next turn. Nissa would not die, but that doesn't seem like we're just gonna Murderous Rider while the shields are down is what we're gonna do. I really wish we could have done that last turn, but mana costs are kind of intense right now, and so it's easy to go like, oh, clearly I should have gotten to black, but there's a lot of different combinations here. That was probably the correct choice, but it can be kind of hard to keep track of all that, and that's something to kind of think about. So I need to remember that my removal's black heavy, and there are situations where I need to do that, and I need to be sharper on that. So we aren't losing a land. We aren't losing Finder Finality either. This sucks. I don't see Massacre Girl being great. I hate to ditch the Massacre Girl, but a lot of other things have to happen for Massacre Girl to work out for us right now. Okay. We can take care of their board. We might just have to take care of their board. We just Finality here, I think. I'm not thrilled by it, but that's what we're going to do here. We need to get Nicol Bolas dead because I don't want to keep pitching my cards to him. Yep, we are saying goodbye to the cruelty. Our opponent is running more creatures than I suppose they've really just run one creature and a planeswalker that craps them out, so I wouldn't say this is not generally a creature-heavy deck. There will be some creatures in it, but these are not the colors and commander you go into if you want a creature-heavy deck. My God. This has been kind of rough. Trying to see what our options are here. They aren't good. In fact, viewer, they're so bad. We're gonna give our opponent a good game. Tip of the hat to him. We're gonna concede here. And I lied. Bonus game. We're gonna try one more. We have enough time to try one more. End this deck on a high note. And then launch back in. We'll launch back into Brawl at some point fairly soon, because obviously there's going to be all sorts of new Theros commanders to play. It's going to be a while until we play Garruk, so I want to send him out on camera, well, and we play the mono red deck. That's okay, but we need to do a lot to stop that. We need a free mulligan here. We are going first. Okay, this is actually... I'd like one more land, but I think this is workable. This is a hard deck to play against. Torbjorn's really good. But we have a chance here. We really, really need to top deck a land is what needs to happen. We just 100% need a land here. Hey, and we got it. Okay. Not a black mana, unfortunately. We need a land, he complains he gets, and then he complains he didn't get the right land that he wanted. That's okay. The main thing is we can't let our opponent fill the board up. We can't let him get a bunch of creatures. That should have probably been... Again, I'm saying you're all distracting me a lot. Okay, perfect. Well, actually, again, one black sucks here. We have answers to Krenko, and we need 2 black for our answers to Krenko. Well, I suppose one of our answers to Krenko is we block Krenko when Krenko attacks. It's not exactly what I want to be doing. I suppose we've been drawing a lot of land like we've been needing to, but this deck is really scary, and we need to deal with it, and that was not what we wanted to have happen by any stretch of the imagination. Now, we don't have to take this Krenko damage right now, but my goodness gracious, team. I wouldn't say we're living the dream. We'll put it like that. I wouldn't say we're living the dream. We've got the Harpooner down, thankfully. We have blocks, but our opponent's going to play Torbran here really soon. And what I was saying is you don't want to let your opponent have a decent board and then Torbran, because these things become horrifying when Torbran comes in. So, my God, we can't block Krenko well anymore. Okay, we are basically all in on drawing a black and Ritual of Sooting this nightmare away. So we are going to block like that. We're going to take a fair amount off of those. That is not a black source, team. My goodness gracious. Man, oh man. They've got it here, I think. That's it. That is it. We just don't have it. I'm obviously grasping at straws here. I want to tell myself I'm doing this for you all, but I've won 2 games tonight over a week of videos for this, and I'm kind of mad about it. I mean it this time. We're coming right up on the amount of time I want to spend on one of these videos. We can do one more game. No matter what, I'm going to ask you to hold me to this, and by that I mean, well, you can't. I mean, I suppose if after this game I play another game, berate me in the comment section. But I'm really not going to. We're going to play one more. I am going to do my best to give Garruk a good goodbye. Okay. It's not Niv Mizzet. So okay. It is a pretty solid deck. Nissa's scary. Mono green is really good in Brawl. But we're going to try it, team. I believe in us. We're going to give this a go. Okay. The temptation is real to Once Upon a Time before there Once Upon a Time, but it's dumb. Don't do it. We're going to Once Upon a Time after we draw. And we're going to hopefully do the exact same thing they did. So we're going to Once Upon a Time. Unfortunately, we didn't get our goose. The goose is not loose. But we did get a ramp creature. So that's okay with me. We are going to put down the Temple of Malady, and then we're going to kill that goose next turn. Order Midnight. We're going to put that on the bottom. There's other cards I want to draw here. Particularly a land. We got to play Command Tower next turn because Wizards was awesome and gave that to us. Oh, okay. This is good. We're living in a good world here. We got to take the goose out. So opponent is probably going to make a food here. I suppose they might have that flash. Is it an elf riding the wolf? Anyway, we're going to take this action because there's no reason not to. And the goose is no longer loose, thankfully. We need to kill their... well, I was going to say we need to kill their ramp creatures, but we need to kill that. Yorvo needs to be not alive. We missed out on our 4th land that would have let us get... Well, our 3rd land that would have made Fabled Passage come to play untapped. I really don't want to Assassin Trophy Yorvo, team. That's not what I want to do. They aren't on Nissa yet, and that would put them on Nissa next turn, and we aren't gonna do that. We aren't gonna help them like that. So we're gonna let them have the Yorvo. We need to get oh gosh. I guess we have double whatever we need. So we'll go get the green because there is a card in our deck that wants 3 green, potentially. So next turn, we probably just... okay, there's the Incubation Druid. Okay, goodness gracious. That was close. 6/6 Yorvo would have been bad news. We're just going to let Yorvo come through for 5. Not a big deal. Oh! Awesome. So we're going to Vraska, Yorvo dead. And then if our opponent Nissa's next turn, we can block the land with the Harpooner. So we have a plan. We missed the land drop there, which sucks. But we're not in a horrible position. Okay, so the Nissa's down. Now we need a way to answer that Nissa soon. Assassin's Trophying it doesn't seem great. Well, actually, we got to destroy one of our opponent's lands here. So we might just Assassin's Trophy here. Well, we're not going to Assassin's Trophy right now. Well, or are we? We don't have any 2-drops. There's nothing particularly great we can do if we Assassin's Trophy the Nissa, but we basically make them do that again. We make them spend their turn doing that. Oh! Veil of Summered. Ouch! Okay. That sucks. Man, that's another card I really wish didn't exist, and, shouldn't probably exist. It's been banned in so many formats. I mean, I don't think it's ending the world in Brawl. It's... oh, man. They don't want to give it to us. They don't want to let us, they don't want to be nice to the Garruk. This is a solid deck. I will be the first to admit that. Oh, yeah, I was going to be like, oh, of course they're not letting us keep Vraska alive. Questing Beast kills Vraska. Okay. Bye-bye, Vraska. That's a bummer. Oh, boy. We are not in a good spot, team. We are not anywhere near a good spot. We're going to give it a go, though. Okay, well, actually, we're okay. Semi-okay. We get rid of a food. We get rid of their Questing Beast, we get rid of their Animated Land, and we get rid of their Nissa. So, we actually might have just come back here. It's not a guarantee, but their Nissa costs a bunch. Now, Incubation Druid taps for a bunch, but, oh gosh, enough to bring Nissa back in. I was trying to do the math in my head, and I'm, bad at math. But we are also making our opponent kill a lot of their lands, which doesn't suck. But when this is alive, doubling the forest is hard to deal with. But we're clinging on. I believe in the deck. I think it's a solid deck. I think we've got a chance. We're not giving up. Okay, so we can fight the land. That leaves... Okay, every situation is going to leave Nissa alive. We can just Garruk and make 2/2 wolves, which make attacking us way harder. Yeah, we're Garruking. If we can get that emblem, we might have a chance here. So, we're going to hope our opponent doesn't have anything crazy here. They've already played a lot of really solid cards. We need to get Nissa dead. I'm hoping they're not ramping out anything absurd right now. Anything absurd, like, once in future, bringing back the Questing Beast. Oh my god! This is brutal, guys! Oh well. I mean, it's not great. Okay. Trying to see if there's a way. So she's going to give everyone -1, -1. We need to start the avalanche of dead things, but we don't have the mana because that's a tapped land. So Massacre Girl comes in. Oh, no, we do have the mana. Okay. Okay, good. Yes. Because Leafkin Druid. Okay. So then if we Cruelty the Questing Beast... That... Shoot! Oh, man, we could have done that, guys. We could have. I could have shot my own darn creature. But I'm dumb. Oh, my gosh. I lost it. We had it. I had it in my hands, team. Oh, my gosh. We knew they had it. I was so excited about it. We knew they had it. We can see if they're dumb. They might not realize what would happen if they block. That's our only hope here. Oh my gosh, they're blocking. Oh my gosh, we're redeemed. We're redeemed. Oh my gosh, we did it. And the oops back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we aren't guaranteed. We don't have it for sure, viewers. But there's a chance. There's a chance we come out of this tailspin. If we would have done that better, we would have had you know, 2 extra 2/2s lying around, which wouldn't have sucked. Okay, fight Hydra. Okay, fight Hydra's, you know, he's gonna fight, I'd imagine. Okay. It's okay though, Garruk isn't dead. We aren't dead. We really... Shoot. Okay, oh boy. That Evolving Wilds could have really been anything else, and that wouldn't have been too bad. But that's okay, you know? I feel like we already were way luckier than we had any right to be. We can fight the land. I think we fight the land. I don't love fighting the land. But we don't want the opponent. Or if opponent ults, they do nothing. They get 1,000,000 land out, and they get nothing but gas. Yeah. So we've left them only with 3. If we would have been smarter and crueltied our own creature, I guess it's a little hard to play that game because then they would have gotten to keep the Veil of Summer, and maybe they stop us there. But they've got a 16/16, and so we can double block here. I probably should have come at me. We're gonna double block here because we need to keep Garruk. Oh gosh, I think we have some options in the deck. Okay, that doesn't suck. Our opponent keeps a 16/16, but it doesn't have trample. We're gonna play this one out, team, or at least a little bit farther. Yeah, and we could have put my wolves out first, and I guess we could have gotten... Well, no, we wouldn't have been able to ult Garruk. They're just saying good game, so... Oh, shoot, we could have killed the 16/16 there. Oh, boy. Okay, we're probably dead here. Yep, okay. It wouldn't have mattered. I suppose maybe it would. Our opponent wouldn't have had a 16/16 left. That's about to get trample. Oh, yeah, we were done. That's it. No blocks. It was a good game. At the very least, we had some close moments. We didn't get our last win, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, you are going to probably... If you are winning 50% of the games you play in this game, you're in a good spot. You're going to have good nights, you're going to have bad nights. And if you are only happy when you are winning, when you play Magic, you're going to be sad at least half the time. Unless you're, like, got a Pros have like 55% win rates. The best players in this game are not winning 80-90% of the time. This is not chess. So I had fun there. That was a hell of a game. I made mistakes. They made mistakes. We almost squeezed that one out. And I would really recommend to you, if you are someone who gets pissed a lot when you play this game, work on that. Try to reframe. There's all sorts of things you can kind of do. Set goals that aren't just about winning. Try to play with weird cards. Try to focus on the games you win. If you're playing cards you love and you've got a 30% win rate, don't be afraid to concede if things are going poorly, so you can get more games where you have a chance. Play for the fun of it, particularly if you're hanging out playing Brawl. Nothing is on the line here. This is for a good time. So, I don't know. I feel like I've talked about Garruk plenty, and there's not a ton. Normally, I would, at this point in the video, I'd go into deck changes on Garruk, but we're going to do a radical deck change, because Theros is coming out. So, I'm not going to talk about the deck right now. I'm just going to say a little bit more about, it's easy to focus on winning. I mean, I'm doing this video. I want you to see me win, because I feel cool when I win. But I also don't want to be the guy who records all the videos and then deletes the ones where I lose. So, we had some good games this week. We won, if you look down here, we won 2. We won 2 games. But we had some fun. There were some things I'm glad we got to do. We got to get our face beaten in by our own deck, which is always fun. And that last game, ooh, that was a nail biter. I had a lot of fun with that. So I want to say thanks for watching. We're gonna wrap it up next week. I'm gonna probably record some extra videos, but we're gonna do some more Brawl, because that's what Brawlin with Brett is all about. We're going to play a new Theros commander, so look forward to that. I don't know who just yet, but definitely going to build a new deck, because I'm very excited about all the new cards. And, yeah, thanks for watching. If you have anyone you'd like to see, go ahead and throw a comment down there. I'm always happy to try new decks. You have a whole deck list. You can send it to me. You can post in the comments. You can reach out to us through social media. I'm happy to play decks that people suggest. Thanks for watching. Please give me some input on if you like the new setup, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday spread out videos. And check us out at social media. Like, subscribe, bells, do stuff. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. Thanks for joining me this week. I'll see you next week. Have a good one, and remember who you are. Have a good night, everybody.